Hello and welcome to the channel, It's in the Sports. Today's video I'm going to run through my predictions for the Euro 2020, although obviously it's 2021, knockout competition and see who comes out on top. We're not going to delve too much into the group stage. I'm going to fire through those quickly and then we'll maybe talk about some of the matchups that pop up. But before we do, the only real reason why I'm making that is because self-promotion really. I'm doing this is a new channel and I'm doing a PES 2021 My Club no spend playthrough. So I've got a few episodes uploaded, another one coming today, depending when I upload this, but at the time of recording we are a few hours away from the first game, Italy-Turkey. So before we've even seen the first match, I want to get my predictions out there, and if you enjoy this I may think about doing other real world supports on this channel, but predominantly it's going to be video game sports, and it's not going to just be football, it will be all sports. So anyway, click like, click subscribe, and leave a comment down on what you think your predictions are going to be and what you think of mine. So let's get into it. I'm going to bang through these. I think Italy's going to take that quite comfortably. Turkey I'm going to have second, and then Wales and Switzerland to finish off the Group A. Moving forward, I can't see anyone other than Belgium winning this, with Denmark in second. We're going to go Russia and then Finland. Group C, again, it's fairly straightforward. Sorry, my dog is in the room with me, so just got to keep half an eye on him. So Group C is Holland, quite obviously. I'm going to then go Austria, Ukraine, and North Macedonia. Down to Group D, and we have got an interesting group here. I actually think England's going to come second to Czech Republic. I want to say Scotland in third, and unfortunately Croatia as fourth, but this group anything could happen in this group. I really have no idea. I have wanted to put Croatia as first, so that's how wide open I think that group's going to be. Group E, we've got, again, fairly obvious choice of Spain going in first. I'm going to then go Sweden and Poland, and that will round us off with Slovakia. Group F, again, a bit of a wild card here. It could go any way. France are on form. They've got the biggest depth of squad. However, I'm going to pop them into second. I'm going to say they underperform early. I think Germany are going to come in first, Portugal then a third, and obviously Hungary in fourth place. And we'll talk a bit more about some of the squads as we move forward. Here we need to pick four of the best third place teams, so that's fairly obvious to me in terms of Portugal. I'm going to give it to Scotland, although only because I just can't predict the results of that group. And then the rest don't matter as much, I don't think. I'm going to give Wales a shout, and I'm also going to go with Russia, I guess. It really doesn't matter too much. So that leads us into round 16. And here comes some interesting matchups by the look of it. We've got Belgium, Scotland as the first one, and that could probably go either way. Belgium obviously have so much depth in their starting 11, or so many superstars. I'm going to go with them, but they often underperform, so it's hard to really say, because Scotland seem to be hitting some form recently, playing five at the back with their two superstars on the left. Moving forward then, the next match, and again the squeaking in the background, if the microphone's picking that up, is my dog, so apologies. So next match, Italy is obvious winner there, and again Germany, Russia, it's always going to be Germany. England, Sweden, our first real question mark for England, and obviously I had them as coming in second place in the groups, and I think we're going to struggle, but I'm going to give England the benefit of the doubt there against Sweden. They should beat them, but it's whether we go in too conservative, which I think is going to be our main problem there. So next match obviously is going to be Spain for me. I know I'm saying obviously a lot, but I really think some of these matchups are very one-sided. And here again we're going to have France beating Czech Republic. And another interesting match that we have, Holland and Portugal. Holland and Portugal, yeah, that is going to be interesting. Holland and Netherlands been playing quite poorly recently, but I think Memphis Depay is going to have a bit of a tournament here, and he's going to really step up and show what he's been doing in the French league for a couple of years. So I'm going to go with Holland. And finally, wrapping up the groups, the last 16 stage, Turkey-Denmark could again go either way. I'm going to pick Turkey, which moves us into the quarterfinals, where we can start to dig a little bit deeper into these teams. Belgium, Italy. Lukaku has had an amazing first full season in Italy after moving from Man United. However, Italy have such a solid midfield. They are weak at the back, which is why they've dropped off from a lot of pundits' analysis or picks. I think they're sort of ranked about 7th for this competition by a lot of people. But I think they're going to upset a few people. They have a weak back four, as I said, and they haven't really got a solid striker. But that midfield is so good. They can really, hopefully, pull a few strings there and drop back and defend when they need to, and they can certainly fire forward. And obviously, goalkeeper is one of the best in the world. So I'm going to give it to Italy there. Lukaku is knocked out with his Belgium teammates. Next match, and it's a big one for England. Obviously, I'm English. But Germany, they've been hit and miss recently. They've got, again, such a good squad. We don't really know what their starting lineup's going to be moving into this tournament. It seems like it's a bit undecided, and I think that's why they haven't been lauded as highly as France, the favourites for this competition. However, I am going to give it to Germany. I feel like England are going to get knocked out here, if not before, to be perfectly honest with you. I think Southgate has picked the wrong squad for England. He's left a couple of playmakers out. He's gone very conservative with his defence. All of this has obviously been reported on. I'm not breaking ground here, and I don't think I'm going against the majority of what people think in terms of England's selection. And obviously there's a lot of media again hyping up England, as there seems to be every tournament. And yes, we have a lot of great attackers, but I don't think this is a golden year for England. Certainly not a golden squad. We've been much stronger in the past. I don't think we're actually that good a team at the moment, unfortunately. So moving down, Spain, France, and France, it just their depth of their squad. You could literally probably play France's third team and still have a world-class team, which is why I have to give it to France here. I don't really think Spain have got a huge amount in their squad. A few tasty players, but nothing in terms of depth and nothing in terms of absolute superstars. Moving forward then, we've got an easy one here for me. Netherlands, Holland, they're not playing particularly well recently, but I've already talked about Memphis Depay and how good he's going to be this tournament. Semi-finals, Italy, Germany, and I know I said Italy are going to upset a few people here, but that weak backfield are going to let them down. That back four, unfortunately, they're going to have too many gaps for Germany's midfield to just pick through and slam through. I think this might even be a 3-0 victory for Germany. It's going to be all one way, and it is all for the Germans. And here is probably a more balanced game, I think, with Netherlands pulling forward in the tournament early and showing people that they should have been rated higher before they've gotten into this. Unfortunately, France are just way too strong for them, and I have to give it to France, which leads us to our finals. And before we get into finals, it doesn't give me a third place playoff, but I do think Holland will take that third place comfortably from Italy. And Italy at top four is a pretty good result for them, and Holland coming third is a real good result for them at the moment, and looks for good moving forward to the World Cup. Which leads us nicely into our final here. Germany-France. It's going to be a big show, and it is at Wembley, so the crowd will probably be against both of these teams, and hopefully they'll just be looking for a good match in the end, and I think that's what we're going to get. It could go either way. Obviously France, Mbappe, I haven't really spoken much about players in particular, but we're all expecting a big tournament from Mbappe, the most exciting player in the world at the moment. We've got Griezmann, he can do a lot as well. He's had a poor couple of seasons. But I think he's going to step up, and Kante, of course. I mean, you could literally Kimpembe, that you could go through any number of France's starting 11 and say that they can change a game, whether it's in attack or defence, or both ends with Kante. So you kind of want to give it to France, but I just think Germany are the underdogs for this whole tournament. I think they're listed as about 4th place if you look at many bookies, and I think they're going to step up. I'm going with Germany. If you don't like it, then leave it down in the comments. Obviously, France are the favourites, but it's rare that the favourites go through all the way and win the tournament, for any tournament usually. So that's my pick, Germany. I'm sticking with it all the way through, unless they get knocked out. And I might do an update to this when we get to the quarterfinals. Maybe I might come back and revisit what I picked and how poorly I did, or how accurate I was. So let's see. Leave a like I said, in the description, and let me know if you enjoyed this video. Go and watch my other videos, and please subscribe. Thanks very much.